I welcome you all to MOOC's course entitled Community Engagement and Social Responsibility. I will be discussing Unit 4 entitled Social Networking, Program Evaluation, and Successful Examples. The second module is about rural development, government schemes, program evaluation, and community networking.
Objectives: to understand the government schemes for rural development, to understand the importance of program evaluation and evaluating community engagement, to know the Dialbag way of life in community network. Overview. This intend to orient the learners government scheme for rural development. The lecture will focus on program evaluation and evaluating community engagement. And lastly, on Dialbag way of life.
In the interest of learners, the module has been divided into 6 parts. In the first part of the module 2, we will be studying about the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act and Gram Panchayat Development Program.
Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. The Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act was enacted on 25th August 2005 and is also known as the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. Adult members of every rural family willing to conduct public work-oriented, unskilled manual work or their pay are legally guaranteed 100 years of employment of every financial year. In collaboration with state governments, the Ministry of Rural Development of the Government of India is overviewing the full execution of this scheme. This legislation was introduced to increase the purchasing power of rural people, particularly by providing semi-skilled or unskilled work to those living in poverty in rural India. It aims to close the gap between the country's rich and poor. Women must make up roughly one-third of the workforce. Adult members of rural households must submit their name, age, and address to the Gram Panchayat along with a photograph to get them registered. A registered person can apply for work in writing to either to Gram Panchayat or to program officer for at least 14 days of the continuous work. The Gram Panchayat program officer will collect the application and issue a date receipt of an application, as well as a letter of offering the work to the applicant, which will be given to the applicant and displayed at the Panchayat office. Employment will be offered within the radius of a 5 km, and if the radius is exceed the 5 km, and additional wages will be paid. Applicants are eligible for unemployment benefits also, only if no work is found within 15 days of their application. The Mahatma Gandhi Employment Guarantee Act 2005, later renamed as Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, is an Indian labor law and social security measure aimed at ensuring the right to work. This bill was signed into the law in September 2005. It aims to enhance the livelihood security in rural areas to providing at least 100 days of wage employment in a financial year to every household whose adult member volunteer to do unskilled manual work. Another goal of Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act is develop long-term assets such as roads, canals, ponds and wells. Gram Panchayat would be the primary implementer of the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. The most important point over here is contractors' participation is totally prohibited. National Rural Employment Guarantee Act can protect the environment, empower the rural women, reduce the urban-rural migration, and encourage the social equity, among other things. In addition to providing economic security and generating rural assets. Many protections are included in the law to ensure that it is managed and implemented effectively. Gram Panchayat Development Program. In decentralized planning processes, the Gram Panchayat Development Program brings citizens and their elected representatives together. Every year from 2nd October to 31st December, the People Campaign conducted by Gram Panchayat program across the country. Here are a few advantages of Gram Panchayat Development Program. Community involvement leads to quality work and acceptance by local inhabitants. Activates Panchayat Raj level bureaucracy. Strengthens the bonds between government, Gram Panchayat and local inhabitants, leading to responsive government.
Hence, in this part, we studied about Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act and Gram Panchayat Development Program. In the next part, we will study about program evaluation and evaluating community engagement.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.